everybody, my name is Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. I actually haven't done one of these in a while, which is weird. I'm going to be doing the Out of My Comfort Zone book tag. This was created by Emma at Emma Books, and I was tagged by Jordan over at the Buy Book Brew and Game Review, and I will link both of their videos in the description as you do. So the idea of this tag is that you are supposed to create a rule for yourself, and that rule is like basically you pick a genre or category or whatever of books that you frequently talk about, and then you can't talk about that genre or category or whatever. I was trying to think about this and I was like, you know, I just really don't think that there's a genre that I talk about all the time on this channel. Obviously, I am going to do my damnedest to not talk about sci-fi books in this video. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get on with the questions. A book that is an exception when it comes to genres or elements in books that you don't typically like. So for me, I don't typically get super into just like general women's fiction, which if you're not familiar with what that is, it's not like exactly romance. It's just books that deal with typical adult women topics, drama, marriage, motherhood, careers, you know, all that. It's just like general slice of life books about women. And I don't think there's anything wrong with these. It's just that it's not something that usually grabs my attention. But I really enjoy the books of Jennifer Weiner. This is Goodnight Nobody, which is my favorite of her books, but she writes really like sassy, awesome female protagonists, and this one's like a suburban wife and mom who stumbles into a murder mystery, and it's like really got kind of a fun twist, and I really enjoyed this. And after I read this book, I read like all of her other books and I got really sucked in. A book you enjoyed from a genre you previously had some stigma about. So I've talked about this before. I'm not generally into romance books or like even really romance in books. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. But last year I read The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory and I just had a great time. And I also have one other romance book that's like definitely more on the erotic romance side of things, and that is Hothead by Damon Suede. This is a male-male romance, but it is like classified as kind of gay for you fiction, so if that bothers you, maybe give this one a pass. A book you didn't know was actually out of your comfort zone until you started reading it. This book I'd heard was like kind of sci-fi, was in the realm of things I would enjoy, but I would definitely say that this book is probably out of everyone's comfort zone, but it's also fucking great, and I think everyone should read it, and that is Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. This book is like a war book with aliens and time travel. It's really hard to describe, and like I said, I just don't think it's technically within anyone's comfort zone, but it's like, it's so good. You should all read it. Pick a friend or a booktuber that motivates you to pick up books you might not normally be interested in. What is one book out of your norm that they convinced you to give a try? 1. Nicole from Beautiful Chaos of Books. I live for her thriller videos. I don't read a lot of thrillers, but she makes me want to. And then also Ashley from Don't Have a Degree in Reading. She is just like the queen of historical fiction, alternate history, historical fantasy. Anything involving history, even like history nonfiction, and she just like makes everything sound amazing, and I want to read a bunch of the things that she reads. And then also just a friend of mine in my real life, her name is Lauren. She reads a lot of urban fantasy. She is like constantly recommending things to me, and it allows me to kind of reach outside of my little comfortable bubble and try new things. So that's exciting. A book that's out of your comfort zone but that you would like to read. The Hot Zone by Richard Preston. This is like, it's technically classified as a non-fiction thriller. Like it reads like a thriller, or it's supposed to read like a thriller, but it's about like an actual like disease epidemic outbreak. A book or genre so out of what you normally read that you will probably never give it a chance or another chance. And for me that is, oh, it's actually on the floor because I'm going to be unhauling it, and that is Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. I read this book back in April and of last year, obviously. And at first I was weirdly drawn into it, and I finished it, and I initially gave it 3 stars, but it just didn't sit right with me. This is just not in the realm of things that I'm particularly comfortable with, and so I've since actually changed my rating to 2 stars. It's well written, it's got good language, it's a compelling story, but it's a gothic family drama with some really uncomfortable topics like incest. And I'm not going to continue the series, and I don't intend to keep my copy of this book. That is it for my out of my comfort zone book tag. Like I said, I will link the video that I was tagged in as well as the original in the description. And I guess I should tag some people. So I tag the booktubers that I mentioned in this video. So I'm gonna tag Nicole at Beautiful Chaos of Books and Ashley from Don't Have a Degree in Reading, because I do think that those people all have pretty distinct comfort zones that I'd like to see some recommendations outside of that. Anyway, I guess that's it from me. This video may or may not have been interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments, and have a great day. Bye.